Hi everyone, Marie here from Beyond Opinions. Today is going to be my weekly wrap-up number 2 for April. I'm sorry this is a little late. I don't normally video when my kids are home because they just don't know how to be quiet. So they're at school now and I figured I'd give it a chance to be able to do this. So I read 6 items last week. The first one is City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare, and I listened to this one on audio. This was a reread for me, and the first time I read it, I didn't really like it, but I think that was because I read all of the Cassandra Clare Mortal Instruments back to back, and this was several years ago, and by the time I get to the last one, I was just a little worn out. So this time I really did enjoy it. I found Clary not so annoying in this one that I have in the other one. However, her mother I could have thrown across the room. And I still really enjoy the Shadowhunter world. My second thing was Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Volume 1, and I really enjoyed this one. There's very powerful female figures, and they just kick ass. So I love that. Now I watched Sailor Moon as a teenager, so I'm a little nostalgic too, but I really like how the girls are portrayed. And in this first volume, they separated each section into the introducing of each sailor. So you would have Sailor Mercury and Sailor Mars and Sailor Venus. The one thing I had an issue with is that I find Sailor Moon a little whiny. I find her whiny in the anime too, but I look past that. She is a 14-year-old girl that just got swooped in to be a superhero pretty much, so you expect that. The third thing I read was Fairest by Marissa Meyer, and this is the story of Queen Levana. I really enjoyed this story. I like looking into the past and what her past was like. When the story first started, I started feeling a little sympathetic for her, but that didn't last very long. And by the end, she deserved what she got. This woman's got such a cold heart. I mean, really. The fourth book that I read was The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. I know that a lot of people like this book, and it was also shortlisted for the BookTube SFF Awards. This is my very first book that I've ever DNF'd. I just couldn't do it. I was reading it for 2 weeks, and I probably only got 50 pages into it. I couldn't understand it. I found the pacing very slow, and I just figured this has got to be the time that I DNF something. Then I went on to Naruto Volume 2, and I really enjoyed this one just as much as I enjoyed the last one. I find that in this one you get to watch him grow into more of a person of what he wants to be, and I found that very enjoyable. And all the kicking ass. And finally, I read The Shadow Queen by C.J. Redwine. And I really enjoyed this book. I read some reviews that not a lot of people like it. And I have a few speculating theories of why, just by all of the reviews I've been reading lately, of not just this book, but other books. However, The Shadow Queen is a Snow White retelling. So you got an evil queen, takes the throne. The princess, Lorelei, tries to get her throne back. Didn't really work out. Her and her brother and some guard take off, and they spend several years trying to build up her magic, because she and the queen are the only ones in this place that has magic. So during this time, you have Prince Cole from another place, and his place is being invaded by ogres, trolls, I'm pretty sure, and he needs the magic to stop them. So he goes over to, I want to say Ravenspear, probably, maybe, and to talk to the queen to get the magic. And the queen says, I'll give you the magic if you go kill the princess. Well, he agreed to that. However, at that time, he didn't really know the princess. And you can see where it goes from there. This is a very predictable book, but it's a fairy tale retelling. So I don't know if I would expect it any different. I had fun reading it. The Queen Arena, not sure how to pronounce it. I think it's Arena. She's wicked. She's cold, man. And I had some really disturbing images of apples. I'd love to see her and Queen Levana go at each other. I love a book about her and Queen Levana. Like she is just, I think she might have Queen Levana topped. But the whole story is of Lorelai fighting to get her throne back. And in the end, well, you'd all have to read to find out. So those were my reads this week. What did you read? Did you read The Shadow Queen? And did you enjoy it or not? I'd like to hear your thoughts about it. This week that I'm in right now, I'm doing the genrethon, so my next wrap-up will be probably still a little late, and I'll do that wrap-up at the same time I do my genrethon wrap-up, because they're going to be all the same. I hope you guys all have a wonderful reading day. Bye! So then I went on to Naruto Volume 2. Naruto. Then I went on to Naruto. The third thing I read was Fairest, the Levana story by Marissa. The third thing I read was Fairest, the Levana story. Levana? Yes. No. The third thing I read was Fairest by Marissa Meyer.